So earlier I decided to make a D flip-flop in Minecraft. So this is just one chip, and it has 4 inputs indicated by the blue blocks, and 2 outputs indicated by the yellow blocks. So the 4 inputs it has is reset down here, rising edge clock, data in, preset, not Q, and Q over here. And I'm going to be using lamps instead of LEDs for this. So a lamp that's turned off will be this brownish color, and turned on will be yellow. So if I give data in power, and then it's still off, and when I send an update through the clock, it'll update the circuit, and then Q gets powered. And then if I turn the D input back off, then update the clock again, then it turns back off. And then over here I have the preset, and when I hit that lever, then it turns on permanently, and even if I update it with the clock, it won't change at all. And same thing with the reset. If I hit it, it changes the value to not Q, and it's locked like that. So then over here I built a up counter. I took 3 of the chips over here, and I just copied it right here, right here, right here. Then I used green wires to plug in not Q, data in, and over here I have a clock I made that plugs into this first one. Then I have not Q plugged into this clock, and again over here. So when I turn on the clock, it just starts to count. And then here are the lamps back here. So this is a mod 8 counter that goes from 0 to 7. Then down here I did something pretty similar. I have 3 chips again, and I wired the green wire the same way, except this time I plugged the Q into the clock, so this would be a down counter. So if we turn it on, it just starts counting down over here in the back. Then the third thing I built over here in this corner, I took 4 chips. It's just the same design as that first one over there. I'd made 1, 2, 3, 4 chips over here, and then I plugged them into these lamps back here. And this time I added an AND gate over here. So this is a 4 input AND gate with blue being input again. So there's a 4 inputs, and here's an output. So this is a mod 10 up counter that counts from 2 to 12. So if I turn that on, you can see that it starts to go. So just right now it hit 13, and then immediately it reset everything back to 2. So then the way I did that is I plugged in Q from here into one of the AND inputs. I did not Q on this chip. Into the second input right there, I did Q for this input into that input to the AND chip, and then Q for this one. So, and then the output I have from the AND gate, it sends an update to the reset for this chip, and then it also sends over here to the reset for this one, and then the preset for this chip, and then reset for this one. So whenever it reaches 13, it'll reset back to 2. Just like I did right there. And I had to fast forward this chip because since it's so large, there's a lot of delay from this side of the chip or this side of the circuit all the way to this side. So I had to slow down the clocks to make sure it was syncing up in time for the AND to do the reset. So that's my world I made with mod 8 up counter and down counter, then a mod 10 up counter from 2 to 12.